Don't tell her she's going to freeze.
I'm supposed to be working. Evidence.
Come out of your shell.
It's perfect. Hi, everyone. It's so awesome to see this, like, just pyramid of, I don't know what game show it is, but either it's a mix between the Brady Bunch and in that pyramid show.
Yeah. That's what I say, the Brady Bunch.
Well, and we can do this, like, hi, Craig. Hi, Michelle.
Craig. Tanya.
Something squares. Hollywood Squares.
Hollywood Squares. That's it.
Squares. Yeah. Priceless.
No, it's a square.
Perfect. Okay, so first of all, my apologies. I chose the very moment that the people are here to mow the grass outside. So just work with me on that. I know it'll be fine, and that might be a moment that Tanya or Michelle share something with you when it gets really close. So basically, I wanted to have this call because for one reason, I just think it's cool that we can just all be on video right now and have an opportunity to talk about Camp CALYL. I know that I've mentioned it to all of you and in different ways, different capacities, and given you an idea that it's going to be an adventure retreat and we're going to be doing, zip lining and snorkeling and all these kinds of things. But I wanted to give you more of a sense of what you're going to get from it. So not only, of course, are you going to have an amazing time surrounded by beautiful people, community, and really supported, but you're going to actually be going through a process from the moment you show up till the moment you end, that we have our last ceremony for the, that last dinner. We're actually going to take you through a process from fear to courage to creating that life you love. And that's our intention. And a little bit about me. I know most of you know it, but for the recording and for Martha and for Kelly, the things you don't know, I just wanted to give you a sense of my background and how this came to be for me. So my name is Ashley Seville, for those that don't know on the recording. I have had a very, very colorful life, and I've been very fortunate from my moment landing in California when I was 19 and having the amazing opportunity to work for Marianne Williamson, to working on movies, to having my own business, a couple of different businesses. And what I have to say is that it's all really been a journey for me, moving towards, working with people. And I didn't know the term creating a life you love, how that was going to impact my life back then. But I always knew that I was really passionate about helping people, really passionate about helping people find what makes them, sing, what makes their heart sing. And so I've spent my whole life since that early moment of working when I first landed here in California, and all of the workshops and seminars I went through, just trying to really hone who I was and what I want to bring to the world, always knowing that I was up to something, and I really was excited about it, but I could never figure out what it was. So it's been awesome in this last year to finally figure out and really see clearly CALYL. CALYL is an acronym, and it stands for Create a Life You Love, and it showed up in my life this past summer, along with amazing other experiences and opportunities, such as Lee Daniel, who's on this call, her Possibilities in Paradise retreat in Florida. All of these things kind of came together for me, and CALYL, the movement, was born. And it really allowed me to step into something bigger than myself. This movement. There's just no other word for it for me, but it's really an opportunity to spread the message that yes, you can create a life you love every day. You can, and you matter, and you're important, and you're good enough, and you have what it takes. And that's my message. And that's what I want to spread across the globe. And So something really magical happened after Lee's event in Florida, where I had this vision of doing a retreat in Acamal, Mexico, which is near Tulum. For years, I had been going there, and I had always seen myself. Somebody's joining right now, and it's probably just an audio call. Okay, I'm just going to keep talking. I'm just giving a little introduction about myself. And there she is.
Oh, there it is. Yay!
Hello, Evelyn. So at that time, this summer, when everything just came together for me, this lifelong dream of mine of having this retreat in Mexico, because Mexico was this magical place for me where I really felt like the best parts of me came alive. The parts of like the realness, the excitement and the joy of just being me came alive, and I wanted to share that. I wanted to find a way to bring people to that space and have some kind of retreat. And that's all I knew years ago. But it all really like just clicked this summer after Lee's event, where I just thought, I can do this. I really can do this. And all of a sudden it became Camp CALYL. And it became this opportunity to go to camp as an adult and do all the things that you maybe didn't get a chance to do when you were a kid, or maybe revisit the kind of things that you did when you were a kid, but all within the context of creating a life you love. All within that context of moving from that fear in life and stepping into the courage and actually like being able to say, I'm creating a life I love every day, like to stand for that. So for me, when I saw that and I saw the possibility and I saw that it's a reality now, I immediately, like without hesitation, it just came to me that I want Michelle Lobridge and Tanya Arler by my side. I just felt that. I felt that they support the kind of work that I do, which is very hands-on, which is very like adventure driven. And you know, basically in Camp CALYL, we're not going to be sitting a lot and listening to people speak. There's going to be moments because it's necessary, but the main focus is on the doing. So in that moment when I thought I wanted Michelle and Tanya, I mean, it just came to me because it just felt right. I called both of them. Now, this time they didn't know each other. I called both of them, and they both said yes without any hesitation. There was not even they didn't even need to know the date. Now, mind you, one lives in England and one lives in Sweden. So they both just happily jumped aboard, and I knew that this was right. It just felt right. It was the right combination. And so I said, well, I guess you're going to be my camp counselors. So the Camp CALYL thing just keeps unfolding. And I really want to give some props to Lee Daniel for being just such a pillar for me and such a stand for me taking this work into the world. And so I feel like her event and my event are like sister events, and it's a really great thing to have. And it also brings to light something else that I really believe in, and it's that there is more than enough to go around, that each of us can shine and support each other in our own unique and individual ways and all thrive. So with that said, I want to give an opportunity for Tanya and Michelle to say a few words. First, I want to talk about Michelle. And I personally met Michelle at the Denver Infinite Possibilities Conference, which is Mike Dooley's conference, almost 2 years ago. Yeah, in June, it'll be 2 years. And we met, and we were instant friends for life, just done. And the work I've done with Michelle in the past 6 months has been just so transformational in my life. She, we call her the energy editor, and she does something called smashing your upper limits. And it's about taking all of those blocks that you have in life and those energetic blocks and getting through them so that you can actually do what you want to do and move beyond those fears and find that courage. So you can see how we just work really well together, and it's going to be a great opportunity, I think, to have her there as a guiding principle throughout the weekend to be able to work with our energy. Michelle, do you want to add anything to that?
Yes. Well, just to say that I'm so excited about this. I'm so proud of you for building this whole thing and creating it. I think it's going to be so fantastic. And just want to really just make the point that this is not going to be a workshop where the transformation is going to come through 72 hours of crying. You know, that's never fun. And it's also not just an adventure weekend where you spend that weekend high on adrenaline and then you go back to your real life and crash. We are going to be using so many different techniques, from my energy work to Tanya's amazing intuitive artwork to the physical activities that Ashley has planned. And it's combined, it's going to be so powerful and so transformational and so much fun and something just completely unique. Ashley's come up with this combination, which I just don't think it's been done before, and I think it's going to be so powerful, and I can't wait to see all of you there. And yeah, I'm a kinesiologist, I'm an energy worker, and I basically dissolve the hidden stories behind the things that are stopping you shining your light into the world, stepping into your zone of genius and doing what you really want to do and what your soul is here to do. And so I'll just be there the whole time, helping you on this journey, and yeah, doing my thing and helping shift your fears and helping you align with your purpose. And it's going to be so much fun, and I'm really grateful to be a part of it. And yeah, and I'm also, to have not known Tanya before and to now we've become great friends just through Skype, which is amazing. And her work is so powerful, and I think combined it's just going to be magical. So thank you, Ashley.
Yay! Thank you, Michelle. And in that British accent, right? It just ties everything together. So I'm so grateful and blessed, really, to have you on this journey. And the amazing Tanya Arler. Now, I know she has been part of my 7-day adventure, my 21-day adventure, and she has done some intuitive art for us, which if you've worked with her, it's really quite transformational. And it's fun, and it's just a different way to get to the root of what's going on with you. And it's not painful, and it's just easy, I just feel like when I have worked with you, Tanya, and the reason, Tanya and I actually met last July at Lee's event, Possibilities in Paradise, and she did this intuitive art process with us, and it just blew my mind. It really did. And I knew that I want to know this woman better. And we became fast friends. And when I saw Camp CALYL coming into being, and I saw the possibility of it, and I saw Michelle there, and I saw Tanya, I just thought, wow, this is going to be so amazing, because not only are we going to be out there doing things like ziplining and snorkeling, we're going to come back and we're going to do some art. I mean, it really is camp. It really is going to be camp. So Tanya, I'll just let you go ahead and share a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and mute it because the gardener is right by my window.
Okay, well, perfect timing then. First of all, I'm just so excited to be involved in this, and I just think what Ashley has come up with is just amazing. And yes, thank you, Lee, for bringing us all together and giving us the inspiration, understanding that, wow, we really can do anything. And that's really what Ashley is all about, and I love it. When Ashley asked me, I thought, well, what can I bring to the table? And the obvious thing is the intuitive art, because it's hands-on, it's doing stuff, and we're going to get our hands messy and do all kinds of fun stuff. But when I put it in the context of CALYL and creating a life you love, and Ashley just is always talking to me about pushing through the fear and finding the courage and all these things, and I thought, wow, what can I do that really is gonna add to everything that Ashley's doing and make it truly transformational? And I want to be there to give that fear a name so that you can learn how to step through it and introduce yourself to it and look at it, and we're using intuitive art in a whole different way so you understand it. So, because what you understand is a lot less scary than what you don't. So I'm really excited to be able to kind of take, and intuitive art is about seeing where you are, getting a physical representation of what your what's all down there, what your subconscious is saying, what your intuition is saying, what your soul is saying, and then shifting it to align with what you want. It's not getting rid of the energy, but it's changing the energy into something that aligns with what you want. So I'm really excited, and as Ashley said, I love that we're going to be able to get our hands dirty and do stuff and really dig in there. So I'm just really grateful to be a part of this. I can't wait to see you guys there. The journey is going to be amazing, and I think, as Ashley is, those of you who know her, she's so physical that this is going to be you're not just going to be sitting there listening. You're going to touch, feel, smell, sense, see, experience. It's going to be all these senses that are going to be approached from different angles to really take you through to the other side. So yay, Camp CALYL.
Yay.
Let me unmute. Sorry. Was that on my end or hers? Hello?
Okay.
We're okay? Everyone okay? Okay. It was garbled for me a minute. I love that. It gets me so excited. I can't wait. Can we go now?
I can
hear
you, Ashley, but I don't know if anyone else can.
Can anyone hear me? Keep talking? Got it. So, as you can see, I have some pretty amazing, powerful women as my sidekicks, my camp counselors. I mean, we're going to have camp cheerleaders. There's going to be some titles. I mean, Haviland, you're going to have a title there. Lee, you're going to have a title. We're going to own some roles in the camp experience. Craig, of course, I'm seeing you there, and you're going to be with a guitar at the bonfire. I mean,
Hey, am I gonna be the only dude?
no.
No, that's not a bad sales pitch. So I'm not complaining. Don't mistake that. This sounds like an escape to Tulum with all women and me. That's on the list. I just didn't know it.
Is that on the bucket list?
I think you can push through the fear, Craig. I think you can manage it.
This is the group I can do it with. Thank you.
I wanted to give you guys like just a rundown because I keep talking about the fun and the great of it, but just so that you have some logistics and you have some idea of how it's going to play out. So basically, sorry, did someone say something? Okay. So basically, it's going to start Thursday evening with a welcome dinner. So if you want to travel on Thursday and come in, you'll have a couple of hours and then the dinner. I mean, obviously, I'm going to recommend you come in on Wednesday so you can have a little space and time. But that'll be fine if that's what you need to do. That's what you need to do. We'll start Thursday night with a welcome dinner, and they're going to cook for us outside by the beach side, and we'll have tacos. And I'll make sure that I always have a fish option for anyone who doesn't eat meat. And we're going to do like our little welcoming ceremony Thursday night. Friday, we're going to wake up. There's going to be yoga both Friday morning and Friday morning, Saturday morning, Sunday morning. And I'm hoping Anella will be part of that. And we'll have Jan as well. So they're going to do a little tag teaming, which will be exciting. So we'll do yoga, which is optional. You don't have to do yoga in the morning, but yoga starting the mornings off. And then we'll do a short session. Again, my goal is to keep this moving. So we're going to basically meet in the mornings after yoga, and you'll have your breakfast. And basically it's going to be about setting intentions in the morning. So maybe we'll do a little energy work. I'm going to speak a little bit about the day, what the purpose of the day is, because every day sort of has a different theme as we move through each day. And Friday, in the afternoons, we'll come back. We'll be doing some artwork in the afternoons. Again, it's going to be like camp. I'll make sure that there's nap times that are put in there. We have to have some good hammock time. You got to be able to just go swim whenever you want to swim. So I want to keep it loose enough that you feel freedom in it, because one of the things that I really value is spontaneity. So although I'm having structure and I'm going to have a schedule, which is kind of hard for me, but I realize it's necessary when you're working with a group of people. I really want to have opportunities for spontaneity, for the interesting moments where you're meeting someone, a local, or, you just have, I think when there's space for it, real magic can occur, in that spontaneity. So we'll have a Friday dinner. Again, I'm not going to give you all the details right now of where, but we'll do a Friday dinner, and then Saturday again we wake up with yoga. I'm sorry, Friday I didn't tell you what the adventure is. So Friday's adventure, right out the gate, we're going to start this thing full on adventure park. Yeah. So we're going to be in the jungle in a Jeep going through the jungle. We're going to be snorkeling. We're going to be zip lining. We're going to be doing things that some people have done and some people haven't. And part of my role in this is I want to support you. So if there's a fear around one of these things, that I'll be there to help guide you through it. So that, myself or Tanya or Michelle, we're there to help you go through the fears in whatever capacity that they show up, Maybe it's around that you looking good or whatever the fear is, that we just want to be there to support you. So like I said, Friday's full out adventure, like adrenaline sinking kind of day. Saturday is more of a what's the word I use? It's more of a day of exploration. So we'll be doing snorkeling in a couple of different locations. One where we'll be snorkeling with really colorful fish in a really peaceful lagoon that is, you could just kind of get lost by yourself if you want, or you can, there's just a lot of freedom around that. And then also we're going to be snorkeling with some sea turtles. So that's going to be a really fun day, and we're going to end up at a place that's one of my favorite, where it's a little restaurant bar, and it's right on the sand. Your feet are in the sand, and you actually can sit on a swing at the bar, or you can climb up into a treehouse. Sorry for the noise. They seem to be wanting to really do a good job today on the lawn. So that's that day. That's Saturday. And then Sunday, again, we're going to start with yoga. And Sunday is all about allowing. It's all about being in the flow. So we're gonna actually do some. They call it a river float, where you just float through the jungle, and it's beautiful. It's really, really beautiful and peaceful, and so that's going to be our last activity there. And Sunday night is going to be, we're going to do a big ceremony. So those are like the big highlights. Again, I want to keep some flexibility in here. The themes will stay the same, but things might change a little bit. But you will be doing, like I said, the adventure day. The hardcore adventure day is on Friday. Saturday is all about exploration, and it's a day in the water. Sunday is also a day in the water, but different. Not a day of exploration, but a day of allowing. And weaved in there, we'll be doing, like I said, the energy work, and we'll be doing some art with Tanya, and then definitely some hammock time. Like, that is mandatory, that you lay in a hammock for a period of time and just feel that, because that's part of it as well. And I just want to be there to help guide you through it and set the tone each day. We're going to start the day with an intention and cap each day with what happened today? What did you move through? What did you take from today? And all of this is really to help you not only have the most amazing vacation, adventure, thrill-seeking, transformational weekend ever, but to walk away with it with some real tools. To walk away with it with some real access to creating a life you love every day. So that's kind of the nuts and bolts of it. I'm going to kind of open it up. If anybody has any questions, any specifics, any kind of question, we're here. We can answer it if it's from myself or Michelle or Tanya. Yes, Peggy.
One thing that I wanted to point out for anybody that might have some fear going on with some of the adventures, not that I would say that I do at all, but I just want to point out that you have a background in ropes courses, and you have a background in really supporting people through things like that they may not know about.
Thank you, Peggy. I actually was going to talk about that, and I didn't, so I'm glad you brought it up. Like Peggy said, I was a ropes course facilitator a few years back in Big Bear Mountain, and the whole purpose was to help people overcome their fear through climbing up 40-foot poles and jumping blindly into, we had all kinds of obstacles set up for them. And I was there with a belay, meaning they were tied to me, they were anchored to me. And I would guide them through these processes. And I mean, some people I had to talk just getting up the ladder, and that was it. They didn't want to jump. They just to get up the ladder, that was going through their fear. And we did it. Wherever level or wherever someone was, I met them and we walked through something. And I think that was the moment that this was born. I didn't know it back then, but I really touched something when I was doing those ropes courses it was physical, and it was, because I think we can spend years in therapy and years in rooms taking notes, but to actually move through something physically, I think it brings about an instantaneous transformation like nothing else. And so I think when I saw that and identified with it, I thought, this is something I want to do. I didn't know how it was going to show up, but clearly that element is part of Camp CALYL. So thanks for bringing it up, Peggy.
Yeah. One more thing. I was reading the Morning Miracle book, and then it reminded me, like when Tony Robbins and they walk across the coals and all the different elements from what you were just speaking about. Every single person that has ever done anything like that talks about the amazing transformation that occurs in their life when they take on things like that, and how it shifts everything in their life. And so I just think that that's an important part of all. I mean, not only are you going to have that, but with adding everything with this kind of community, that with the love and the expression that occurs along with Michelle and Tanya's, just I've experienced both of them. They're just so incredibly gifted. It's going to be amazing.
Thank you. I just want to point out, Peggy and Lee were actually on the scout that we went on in October to sort of plan all of this out. And so it was really cool to have you both there to bring you through some of the things that have been part of this vision for me. And so I just thank you both so much for being there. I mean, Peggy being so supportive of knowing how to say CALYL right out the gate. You've been a champion for me. So thank you. Thank you both for being part of this. And obviously you're on the CALYL team. So,
And the bus.
Yeah, absolutely. And the bus, which comes later. So is there any other questions? Any other comments? If you have any, Kelly, you can type them. No questions?
What's the date of the trip?
Good question. It is May 7th through the 10th. So that's Thursday. Like I said, the welcome dinner is at 7 p.m. on the Thursday, and it goes until Sunday night. So we do have a dinner the Sunday night. So I recommend leaving on Monday.
Okay.
Or really, I recommend leaving Wednesday, because you're going to be in paradise.
Right. Just say the whole week.
Yeah.
Did I hear you right? You said we have an option where we can eat in a swing or go up in a treehouse?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You could have just started out the gate with that one. That is so awesome. I love it.
I have a feeling Haviland will be in the treehouse.
I'll dine with Haviland.
Huh? You'll be there? All right. Woo-hoo. I'm so excited. Congratulations, Ashley.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I am so grateful. I know that already Michelle and Tanya and Peggy and Lee are definitely on already. And I know Haviland, you are committed to it. And Craig, we're just shifting some things to make it possible. And yeah, so we're already, Cecilia will be there. And we're already, what's that?
Like, woo woo.
So it is moving.
Kelly was just saying that she's in.
Oh, yeah, yay, Kelly! You can go to my website, which is www.calyl, CALYL.net. I'll put it here in the chat as well. And you can get the information, the hotels. So basically, I've recommended you can stay wherever you like, but part of this for me was really finding a hotel that had air conditioning, because Tulum is very au natural and it's a really spiritual, beautiful, amazing place. And they're not big on air conditioning because they're like, we're at the beach. Why do you need air conditioning? But I needed to provide that for all of you. I wanted to make sure that there was a place where everyone could be comfortable and use it if they wanted, and not if they didn't. So I found these two hotels. They're sister hotels. One of them so they're two different price points, but both nice hotels, and they share a restaurant. So you really don't even have to leave if you don't want to. You'll have everything you need. I'm including a meal every day with the package. And also the hotel gives you a breakfast, like a full-on breakfast at their restaurant, where you get to choose one of their items. So you got that taken care of, and then I'm going to provide a meal, and what else?
Can you give us, for the benefit of the people on the recording,
yes,
average hotel cost?
Average hotel cost, because there's two different hotels with two different price points. So the one that it's probably, I'd say average is about $240 a night, $240 a night, and they have beachfront or they have garden, and you can share a room with someone. I have a Camp CALYL Facebook page, which you can find the link to that on my the website, on the Camp CALYL page on my website. I'll put that here as well. I'll put all this in the chat. And you can go ahead if you want to find a roommate, if you want to share a room with someone, you can just put it out there and you can match up that way.
And I just like to add, just on this hotel thing, particularly for the recording, it's like, this is a group thing. There's going to be something that suits everyone price-wise. Either you share with people or you do this. I mean, there's going to be options. So we will work it out for you. I think that's really the most important thing to see, is that if you need roommates, we're now a group. And the other thing I want to share just in general about the weekend, and I know a lot of us on this call right now already know this, but I just want to reiterate this, is nothing creates a bond stronger than a shared experience. I've lived in 6 different countries in the last 15 years, and I've had to create new friendships and new bonds along the way. And whether it's a 3-day weekend or moving to Japan, the people that you meet, you share something so special with them that you can't compare to anything else. And I think what's going to be very, very cool about this particular camp is that we're going to be sharing overcoming our fears. And if you can just imagine, our bonded sharing experience is going to be about the thing that scares us most. Well, suddenly we're going to have a whole team of people that are going to get us, that are going to be able to say, that you're going to be able to turn to in trust, because you'll know their fear, but they're going to know your fear too, right? So you're going to have this bond about your fears with people that you understand. And I think that's going to be something that will last a lifetime. So it's really important to remember that aspect of it, of what you walk away with as well.
That felt good.
Well said.
Thank you. Yeah, well said. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's really about the experience, and it's about the connections, and it's about what's going to happen when we're just in a circle together. You know, just being in the same space and sharing that space and moving from our own fears, whatever they are, and finding that courage and really claiming for ourselves, creating a life we love, like really claiming that, like, you know, my life has changed ever since this has been my perspective, ever since this has been my mantra to create a life I love every day. My life has changed. And with that, all the things that come up in the face of it that to challenge me, you know, so I'm in this with you, and it's like everything I'm doing, I need as well. And so we're all in this together, and we're all creating this amazing adventure. And this is the first of many, because I want to keep doing them in different places. And I want to have opportunities for people to cross things off their bucket list while they're transforming their lives. You know, that's my vision. That's the big vision. So
Kelly just asked the question, how many people? And I'll just want to jump in and say, I mean, and Ashley can probably answer this better, but we're looking to keep it not too big, not too small. I think 15 to 20 people would be our ideal, so that it's small enough that we can individually address everyone and really make a transformation, but big enough that we're a clan.
Yeah. Big enough that we can do some things, but small enough that we can fit comfortably in small places. We will be in a different country together. So that element alone creates this opportunity for some, like, just there's such a realness there. And I know, Martha, we were talking about it yesterday, how much you love Tulum, and there's something there that's in the air that it's so special. So that's already there for us. So we don't even have to we just step into that space, and already things are going to be happening. So we step into that space with this community. Yeah, it gives me goosebumps, and I can't wait. I really can't wait. So I mean, I appreciate all of you being on this call. I appreciate anyone who's listening to this call. And if there's anything that you want to know, if you're listening to this call and you're thinking, I want to ask this question, please reach out to me. I want to answer your questions. I want to make this something that you can do, because I really feel like if you resonate with this, if you saw this link somewhere, if you saw any of the videos and you felt something, that you just investigated a little further, because I really think it's going to be a great event. I mean, I know it is. I really know it is. And also, I just wanted to put out there to anyone who hasn't done any work with me. I do something called the 7-day CALYL challenge, and I'm actually starting one on Monday. So you can absolutely jump in that, see how that feels for you to work with me personally, and see how I move through a course like that. And also tonight, I'm going to be on a radio show, awakenedradio.net, with the amazing Kathy Erickson. So if you want to catch that, that's 7 p.m. Pacific time. I'll put that link as well. I'll post some things, so in case any of you are interested in either listening tonight or jumping on the 7-day challenge. I think that's it on my end. Anything that you guys want to say, Michelle or Tanya, to add?
I just can't wait to see y'all there and have
Yeah.
Most excellent. And I love seeing all these happy, shiny, smiley faces. I can't wait to be standing in that beautiful white sand looking at you all from that perspective, because I know that this is going to be an amazing event, and we're going to create a life we love together. So I look forward to that. So thank you so much for being on the call. And if you need anything, please reach out to me. You can you can email me. I'll put my email on here, or go to my website, check it out. If you have any questions, I'm always available on Facebook, email. I'm available. I'm here, and I'm super excited, and I hope to see you all at Camp CALYL. So,
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Bye, Martha. Nice